Hello everyone, welcome back to another Commander review for Magic the Gathering. We're finishing off the Cold Snap set with Zur the Enchanter. Probably the most, I would say, the most iconic legendary creature from this set. I would guess that that's a safe bet to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, or if it's factually wrong, let me know that too. I could be objectively wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure this is like the most well-known commander from this set. Zur the Enchanter is a legendary human wizard. It has 1/4 for power and toughness, and it has a mana value of 4. 1 generic, 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 black. Zur the Enchanter has flying keyword, and a triggered ability. Whenever Zur attacks, you may search your library for an enchantment card with mana value 3 or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Absolutely bonkers ability. It is a 3 or less mana value enchantment tutor every time it attacks. Now, the attack clause is a drawback, especially because it doesn't have haste. That's true. But with that said, this is still an amazing commander, and it is extremely powerful. The things you can do with this commander are absurd. There are no card rulings for this commander. Just remember that if you don't have any immediate ways to protect it after casting it, and your opponents are aware of your game plan, they will try to remove it as fast as possible. So have some protections up, or of that like. A card I chose to synergize with this commander is Grasp of Fate. If you have some pesky things that are going to be in your way when you attack, this is a great way to remove not just one thing, but 3 things, generally speaking, because it's for each opponent, so if you're at a bigger table, it'll target more things. But a 3 mana, remove probably around 2 to 4 different permanents, depending on how many players are in your group. Fantastic targeted removal on a 3-drop enchantment. And then, the deck idea that I think would be fun to build around with this commander is sagas, specifically sagas. Now, there is not a ton of Esper sagas that are unique in the sense that most of the sagas you find in these colors are going to be your traditional sagas, like Scroll of Isildur. They're going to be just a normal enchantment, they do their stuff, and then when they are done, you sacrifice it and put it into the graveyard. There are plenty of those out there that you can build around. Not all of them are 3 or less mana, which is a tricky issue, but I have no doubt in my mind we'll get more sagas in the future. The more tricky part here is trying to be able to fill your board with creatures and other ways to attack your opponents and stuff like that. So, sagas that can transform into creatures, or, thank you Final Fantasy set, summons that are creatures when they come into play, like Summon Ixion. It's awesome that we have these cards in the pool of cards to build around, especially with sagas, because now we have other ways of attacking our opponents and dealing them damage, and doing all these cool ETB triggers with these awesome enchantments. So, not the strongest deck to build around, but Enchantress has a lot of supports outside of sagas, so I think it's easy to build an Enchantress deck, and then instead of just your normal humdrum auras or overpowered cycling or removal enchantments, you flood the board with sagas instead, and then you also have Saga Matters cards in the deck as well, which I think would be a lot of fun. And that is going to do it for Zur the Enchanter. Really fun card, and if you go look online at your favorite deck building website, there are a lot of different ways to build this commander. So it has the rank of S, really a lot of different ways you can go with this commander, and it is really cool to build around. I actually loved playing with this commander in my Enchantress decks quite a bit. I did not do sagas, but I think sagas would be a lot of fun, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts or ideas about that in the comment section down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!